start, guys. There's a crazy storm moving in. Just got off work after working 13 hours. I'm trying to get to the land because the wind is ridiculous, so I hope the tent is not flown away. So we're gonna go check real quick. I gotta get things prepped for this big snowstorm that's moving in. So let's get there and find out what's going on. Okay, so it's still here. That's good. I'm just gonna go check everything because it's still definitely super windy. And I'll probably pull the CRV up in front of it to help block some of this wind coming down. So yeah, thank goodness it's not flown away. The weather's getting real bad. It's getting windy. There's a big snowstorm coming tonight. So I'm trying to put up equipment that's in the house. I'm trying to get the floors cleared. Gotta put up all the tools. Because the snow, I don't know if you can see it falling yet. It's starting to fall. So I'm out of breath running. Trying to get stuff done. It's cold and windy. Maybe we'll work on the guard tonight. We'll see. This is priority number one, so we'll work on this and see where we could get. We have survived. Last night was terrifying with everything shaking and moving with the storm. So I was working on putting up equipment as you saw, and it was insanely windy. So I didn't stay in work last night. But I'm back now, even with the snow. And the first thing I need is to go hit the roof and knock some of the snow off. I'm hoping the heat running will help keep it warm enough to melt it, keep it sliding off. I don't know if I need to come tomorrow and knock it off so it don't fall through. I don't know how good or bad it is. So I'm going to go through and knock some snow off. Tonight, I think we're going to work on lapping some valves. Old school way. I have grinding compound and the little suction cup grinder. And we'll work on lapping these valves inside of the head, making sure they're seated well before other things come. So let's work on some more of the head, getting it together and getting it organized and taken care of for full performance abilities. Let's give her the old shakedown. Some of these look heavier than others, so I'm not sure. Oh. Oh, there we go. Haha. Well, it's a good thing I'm doing this. I don't want it to fall down and be dead when I show up tomorrow. That makes me feel better. But it's definitely coming down. I can hear it hitting the roof. I'm not sure how much is even out here. Alright guys, so hopefully you can hear everything because there's a lot going on around me. Heaters, generators, snow. So I left these studs on for this purpose next. Lapping the valves, valve grinding compound, water mixed. So as this says right here, maybe not focus on it. Apply liberal coating of Permatex valve grinding compound to valve. Grind in usual manner. Clean valve and seat with damp cloth. Wipe thoroughly with dry cloth to thin compound. Add a few drops of water. So it's a water-based. So it's a water-based valve grinding compound. I've used this on a lot of heads. I've always had it work, never had any problems on the Honda world. My trusty old 2-size valve suction tool, so that we can attach to the valve and spin it around and regrind. Alright guys, prepping. So you saw brake cleaner rags. I've been cleaning out each section, trying to get out major debris. I'm going through and just cleaning the seats. Try to get a close up so you kind of see how they're pitted and not perfect. Hopefully we can clean those up a bit so they're sitting in there better. So that's kind of what they're looking like. So clean out the cylinders, wipe them down with a different clean rag. You can see with my finger I'm pulling up black stuff from inside of the valves on the exhaust side. And I was going through cleaning them with a little brake clean, getting them all cleaned out, getting them to dry. So make sure you do this first, kind of get everything prepped, cleaned, so you're ready to lap some valves. So hopefully I got a good angle here for you to give you an idea of what I do. First I'm gonna, that's why I always carry a sharp knife. You can cut open these cans. So let's take the valves, shake them in there, wipe them down, go through and clean them all just to get the general junk off the seat area. Maybe. It might not focus. There. We're cleaning up that edge onto the head. So, dip them in, wipe them down, go from there. Take your compound. Put it on there. Okay, now you push it in, get the old suction cup. So you can see there, it's definitely shinier, but there's still those pits. There's some imperfections, and there's some still on the head. So I want to do it again. Maybe go for an extra minute. Okay guys, there's still some little marks, but you can see the difference of the two and how it's cleaning it up. So I'm gonna go around and do all of them once, see which one's the worst, and continue on going through them all. And then I'm going to continue to number the valves. Sharpie, I just write, you can hardly see it, but in the middle there you can see it ish. There's number 1. So I got them all categorized. So you definitely need a cleaning solution, you need some water, you need clean rags or t-shirts, compounds, and a suction thing. So we're going to go through and work on all these, get them all nice and cleaned up, so this non-VTEC head can rock and roll with the good old turbo, and everything can work right. We hope. Alright, all the valves are in, cleaned, and compound are on them. I'm just going to work them over and see what we can get them all cleaned up. Alright guys, I am super pleased with how these turned out. They seem to clean up really nicely. The valves did great. I love how they're working out. I love how they're looking. So just a couple simple tools, a couple hours, and some elbow grease and valve grinding compound. You can have all your valves seated and working out better. So I ran out of cleaning solution to spray them the rest of the way out, but I feel like they turned out really well. And once I get all this rest of the grit cleaned out, they'll look even better than before. Like I said, I'm really pleased with the valves, how they turned out. The head's looking good. I need to get in there and clean up some of that carbon deposit built up on top of those guides. That will be another day. Clean up the surface here, make sure we got a good surface for our head gasket. Finish cleaning up around these points so the valve, what is that? So the intake manifold has a good clean surface. Then you clean out all that grinding and dust out of those and work on polishing those up. So we got things going on the head. Things are looking up. Another step down, closer to completion. So we're looking good. Alright guys, there you have it. How you could do some of your own valve lapping DIY at home in your makeshift garage in the field with a generator and a heater in the middle of a snowstorm. It's that easy. I've been out here probably 2 hours or so. Combination of a lot of things because I had to clean crap up and get generators and stuff going. But that's okay. That's what I'm trying to do, everyday videos and everyday builds or progress. Because there's a lot of that little stuff people forget about that I'm trying to make sure I cover and don't skip on. So it will hopefully run better, be a little more reliable, last a little longer. Once you get into performance and turbos and going beyond its means, there's always going to be something going on. So we'll see how much this stock rod and piston setup will hold. I got a whole bunch of new parts. I've been holding off waiting to buy and buy and buy. Now it's like, hurry up, buy them all because I'm running out of time. So I got the bearings in and ARP head studs and the rod bolts. I got tons of stuff in. Piston rings. I want to re-gap them, put new piston rings on the stock pistons. Make sure they're, bigger, more gapped for the turbo and pressure. So we got a lot to do. There's definitely more to come. Today was a good day. I'm not going to have another day off this week. Usually I get an extra day off a week, but I'm working another 6 this week. This makes it harder. I can't do 4, 5, 6 hours at a time of a lot of continued progress. But make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you're following along. There's going to be more progress in the DIY garage hut tent engine build session to show you how to do some stuff. So hopefully this is helpful and get you to thinking about doing your own engine in your own backyard. Again, thanks for tuning in to Wide Open Throttle Garage. Till next time, guys. Yeah, seriously though, I'm like sweating. The little heater right there, legit. It's doing good. Got everything covered from the windage. I'm gonna knock the snow down, and I'll see you tomorrow.